Hey guys, Chris from Parabolic Signals here, and we are in a historic time for Bitcoin. And there's a few things that bother me, and I'm going to show you what they are. Because I've been telling you guys for a while now that we're going to experience a pullback. And I want you to take everything with a grain of salt here, because these manipulators, excuse me, are working overtime right now. Let me just see here. This is going to be a little bit longer video, guys. I'm tired from the drive yesterday. Please forgive me. But I want to reassure you that the things in the signals that I'm going to show you guys in the Discord are going to change. Because you guys are mixing my long-term calls with my 1-2-8 chart, and it's catching you guys off guard. I believe this will be 6 to 7. This will be to 8. I believe 8 is forming. And we should have a breakout. Now, I know that I've been telling you guys that we're going to experience a pullback, and I'm going to show you why I see it, what my fears are, what my anxieties are, because a lot of you guys are going to be questioning why is it that I'm calling for this pullback and why this is such a sensitive time. Okay, so on my 1-2-8 chart, it shows that on the 32-minute that we should form 9 around 43,000. And like I said, guys, my long-term forecast, you guys, I'm going to be showing the 1-2-8 chart, but I'm going to be showing you guys my my signals differently, because you guys are trading on my signals, and you guys are, I don't know your guys' trading experience, and it's showing up in the Discord. That's basically what's happening here, is that it is showing up in the Discord that some of you guys are using my signals and then telling me, well, why is it that you're trying to predict the market when the calls are, some of the calls are not playing out? First of all, I'll tell you, this call from here to here and then up to 5, you can see how close that was. I could make the argument that this was 5, but really this is 5. Let's see here. Okay, so right now, this move here, and remember I was saying that the King's Crown is forming. I also said in my previous video, if we settle up here, we move up, and we come and settle at the $42,000 level, we're going to be bullish. The problem is, you guys, and that this is, again, I'm going to show you guys this, okay? The problem with this type of call, and maybe you guys want to be sitting out 50%. I've been saying it since the bottom here. I was telling you guys, buy the bottom, buy the bottom, buy the bottom. A lot of you guys didn't get my signal to buy the bottom, but it is there. I was telling everybody to buy in at these levels on the Discord. The problem is maybe some of you guys didn't get the notification. I was saying you guys should ladder in your buys at this, these levels. You should ladder in your buys in case there's a bigger pullback. We are riding now the market up, and she looks like she wants to continue. And I'm going to show you guys why I have a big fear about this King's Crown. Okay, and maybe you guys should just on my 128 chart, guys. The guys who are longing and shorting the coins, I'm gonna address this in another video, because my calls that are being showing the downtrend. I want to show you guys something here so that you guys understand why is it that I called a downtrend just a few days ago before I made my way back to BC. This is 4. Okay, this is 4. And this is another reason that I tell you guys that this market is highly manipulated, but not to fear it. Okay, there's no the signals do work out. It's just you guys got to know that if the situation turns out to be that you're not placing your stop losses properly, you'll get this manipulation move happen to you, and then you guys are going to be upset. Because this is a manipulation, guys. This is 100. This is not the average trader getting into the market, you know. This is not moving according to the SP 500. And I'm gonna show you guys some stuff here because some of you guys are missing the boat. Look, on my 32-minute, it shows that 6 is lower than 4. This is 5. Okay. This is my cycle. I could show you on my other chart, but I haven't drawn it up. 6 is lower than 4. This would indicate to me that 7 would form lower than 5. But that never happened. This was a manipulation candle up. Okay? And my biggest fear is that they're gonna keep showing this pattern to you, this breaking up. They're gonna show another break up here. They're gonna show another break in this pattern. I show 9 forming above 7 because we are moving up in the markets. I'm gonna show you guys something else here that causes me a lot of concern. Because I don't just analyze one thing. I analyze a lot of different things, as you guys may know. Get a better view on the no. I'll go to the 1 day. Okay. And here is the crux. Actually, like I said, this is actually a historical moment for Bitcoin. And the reason is because if we are truly entering into the third leg and we're gonna move up from here, it's not gonna matter if you're buying your coins now or you're gonna buy them on this next temporary pullback that I see coming. And like I said, a lot of you guys are not gonna understand like why I say it's manipulated, this and that, but it is the stocks. The feds that buy up the stocks and the markets that are being played are 100% manipulated by the big powers, and I don't. At the end of the day, I cannot see that these powers to be are going to just give up on the U.S. dollar, and this is why I'm showing a pullback in Bitcoin. If they keep up with the hyperinflation, okay, there is a chance that Bitcoin will moon, right? You've got this pattern here playing out on the I'll just take away this one. You've got this potential pattern playing out on the US dollar, in which case they will create more hyperinflation. They will come out with some sort of announcement, okay? And the hyperinflation, they're going to destroy the dollar. One could make this argument, okay? But another thing that I'm seeing here is this W pattern playing out. And for me, I don't think that the big boys are going to just let this dollar disappear. And the reason is because that's their money. And if the dollar disappears, they're gonna have to invest into something totally different. And you can make the argument to say, well, they're gonna invest in different types of stocks like mine stocks, you know, lithium mines, batteries, all these kind of things, Bitcoin. The problem with the Bitcoin scenario And they know that this is a problem. People are buying up Bitcoin like crazy and they're not selling it. Okay? And so the problem with this scenario is that they will manipulate the stocks in order to, and manipulate the dollar in order to make sure that the US is the strongest currency in the world. And that's because a lot of the big boys hold it. And so if there's going to be a bump down and then a move up, you're going to see every time that the dollar goes up, there's a move in Bitcoin that goes down. And this is what worries me, you guys. And I want you guys to be very cautious, but not afraid. And the reason why is because I'm going to show you this. There's nothing to fear in what it is I'm showing you, but a lot of you guys are using my 128 chart as though you guys have been trading for a long time. Let me just see here. I'll go to the other one. And you're confusing it with my long-term forecasts. So now some of you guys have different trading experience, all that kind of stuff. To me, I do not see that they just want to make everybody rich. The big boys I'm talking about. And if they have to keep buying the Bitcoin because they won't negotiate with us, the regular folk, they're gonna send this coin into oblivion. And I've been talking about that for a while. But before they do that, because they know we're not going to give up on our crypto. And a lot of people are becoming now very, very interested in it because of what crypto represents now. Gold did not go to $40,000 where we're sitting right now, okay? And so that you understand, if I'm saying you should ladder in your positions here because I see a drop here, here, and here, it just means that at the end of the day, we're gonna still reach some certain cycles. And in order to shake us out of our coins, they're gonna manipulate this whole scenario here. They're gonna be dropping, pumping. They're gonna be doing that and trying to shake us out of the coins. And like I said, I'm going to address the 128 chart, guys, in other videos, because that's much higher risk, higher leverage trading that you guys are using. You guys are using my signals incorrectly, and I don't want you guys to lose on these signals. I want you to win. Okay? My problem is that if they bring Bitcoin up, and I've seen this played out so many times, is that they create this scenario where they bring it down. And I like I said, it doesn't matter at which level you will see this crown form. It could form here. It's now manipulated to form a little higher. You see, they play with you. They play with you. And to me, I do not see that they are suddenly just going to make everybody rich, give up on the dollar. See, because remember, it's either Bitcoin does this or the dollar does this. Does that make sense, you guys? I don't want you guys to be confused about my 128 calls, okay, and the long-term forecasts. I do see a pullback in the market, and the reason is because I don't think that these big boys are just going to suddenly send this thing up. Remember, you are buying their coins, right? You're buying the coins that they're trading, right? Because they're selling off, you're buying them, and now the guys who are wanting to buy these coins are going to want to push these markets as high as they can before they take profit. This you could make the argument that this is a take profit point because of what the dollar is doing. So it's either they're going to send Bitcoin up and tank the dollar, or the opposite. And I do not see the big boys giving up on the US dollar. And there's much bigger reasons for that. You know, like if the US dollar starts to inflate out of control, the rest of the countries around the world start to inflate out of control. And that's not a good thing. So as much as you guys love buying Bitcoin, right? And holding on to these profits that'll eventually go, these big boys, they know that if they are to hold on to their assets, the US dollar is the strongest currency in the world. Make no mistake about that. Now, unless I got something wrong here, unless I missed something here, Bitcoin is not the strongest thing in the world. It's not even fucking close. It's not even a speck on the radar, on their radar. It's not even a, guys, look at, I'm going to show you guys something here. If you guys were to look at Bitcoin and compare it to the derivatives market, the amount of currency that's flowing around, it's not even a blip. It's not even this. Okay? So, the deal is that at the end of the day, they are not just going to suddenly give up on that currency because it controls so many other things. Many, many, many other things. And I know that a lot of people are going to be saying, well, they're just going to keep printing the cash. They're going to keep printing the cash. They're going to keep printing the cash. Well, yeah, they are going to do that. And there is a possibility that the US dollar will totally inflate to nothing. If that is the case, then the assets will be the strongest thing that you're going to want to look forward to is the land, Bitcoin, real estate, anything, you know, collectibles, right? In the digital space, it'll be NFTs, right? Non-fungible tokens. I believe in this scenario, you guys. I am hoping that this scenario plays out, okay? But in the meantime, I do not see this as the start of the third leg, you guys. That would be really a disturbing event if this is the bottom 29,000 and then suddenly they shoot it up. No, they're gonna manipulate you guys into believing that this is going to make you guys incredible amounts of money. Okay? And this cycle that I see playing out is not done yet. And you guys are getting jumpy and asking me, when do I buy, when do I sell, when do I buy, when do I sell? Guys, I'm going to reorganize the 128 charts for you because you guys are getting wicked out for no reason. And we're going to have to do some training together on my signals. So if the dollar keeps going down, there is a chance that Bitcoin will just keep moving up if it settles here at 42,000, there is a good chance it'll move up earlier in the cycle before they drag it down. Okay? Before this October event. But I don't see that happening. I see them dropping the markets, and there will be some consolidation, even maybe a wick down, and then some movements up. Okay, this is what I see playing out, you guys. So, can this happen? One could make the argument, yes, it can. Okay, this little move up here to 58,000, can it happen now? It can, but I do not see that happening, you guys. I'm not saying it can't happen, I'm telling you now, I do not see it in the cards. This to me is a more likely scenario. They will drop the stock markets. They will drop Bitcoin. They will drop other assets in order to keep the dollar strong. I could go into a very long explanation about all that, you guys, but this is not for this video. This is just for me to protect your guys' signals, because you guys are, remember when I was telling you that 6 over here was forming below 4? That signifies a downtrend to me. They made a manipulation candle to bring it up. Now we're climbing into 8. We're now moving towards up to 9. And depending on where 10 finishes, right? Depending on where 10 finishes, if it's below 8, we're gonna move down, guys. Okay? This whole scenario, this happened to me here too. Right? I sent you guys a signal here. This thing is playing out. That thing played out earlier, and it just did this incredible move up. Will they keep pushing the markets higher? I doubt it, you guys. I have a call for about 43,000 right now. But will they keep pushing this market higher? I have my doubts, you guys. I have my doubts. I just don't think that they're gonna make everybody, you know, they're gonna tell everybody, and let's say they do it now and they bring this up to past this date, August, they bring it up to 58,000, I'm still gonna be extremely concerned at this level. This is not something you guys want to play games with. I've been analyzing these markets for years, and I can tell you that this scenario is not to be played with. It's not the end of the world though, you guys. Like I said, if you're buying Polkadot at $10 down here and you selling it, and this is what I want to drive home to you guys, because you guys are looking to long and short the coins, and I highly recommend that a lot of you do a little bit more study on what these situations can do in order to make sure that you're not getting wicked out, because that's what's happening. You guys are not placing your stop losses properly, and you guys are getting wicked out. I could have, if I wasn't driving home yesterday, I could have told you guys, shit, you guys were going long. I could have said that to you. And so at the end of the day, I gotta fix that with you guys so that you guys are not, you guys are not thinking that I'm playing games with you here with my signals. This was clearly a movement to a downtrend. Okay? It was clear to me, but they put a candle into the sky. I don't have control over that, you guys. Okay? I have absolutely no control over that, and you guys are going to want to evaluate things a little bit differently if you don't understand where to set your stop losses and making sure that you're not getting wicked out of your trades. Now, for some of you, this won't be a problem. Why? Because you're holding your coins and you're exiting 50% of your positions within this range. Why? Because if the market moves higher, and I see that it moves higher, I'm gonna tell you guys to buy. You guys are not losing money by buying here and then selling later. Huh? Okay. You guys are not losing money by reinvesting into the coins and then riding the market up. Okay? And my call, my long-term calls, they don't change, you guys. There would have to be something drastic in the market for it to change. I'm still calling for a drop, but clearly nobody can time these drops. Nobody can, you guys. It's not possible. But I'm telling you that this is what I see. I don't care that I saw that the market was moving down at this point. This is a complete and utter manipulation, like I said, in order to scare you guys out of your coins. That's what it is. And they'll do it by dropping the market. So, like I said, you guys, I'm gonna be watching these charts much more closely now with you now that I'm back home. I'm done with my vacation. And I don't want you guys to be taking my 128 chart and mixing them with my long-term calls and then asking me, Chris, are we seeing 42? Are we seeing 41? Are we seeing 36? Are we seeing 35? Are we seeing this is too much for me, you guys, okay? The deal is that I'm calling an overall drop in the market. That's not going to change. I don't care if it goes to 46,000. I don't care. I'm going to call a drop in the market. It's not going to change. If this is the third leg, guys, and you guys saw my last video, if this is the beginning of the third leg, I got to tell you guys, that would be a miracle from the heavens above. Because if that's the case, where we're starting the bullish trend up, and we somehow settle up here above $60,000 and we bump up, you guys are going to see incredible gains anyways. It doesn't matter you buy Polkadot at $30, $40 and you see it go to $1,000, okay, over the next 3 years, because that's what it'll happen. Because the dollar will just keep collapsing until it's not worth anything. But I don't see that happening yet, guys. This is not the scenario you guys are going to be questioning. And I think what the problem is that you guys are getting my calls late on Discord. You guys are getting my signals at the wrong times. Then you see that the signal didn't play out correctly, and that that you guys are sitting in a short position, and now we're heading upwards in the market. So we got to rectify that for you guys. But again, my overall call is that we're going to drop. And that's not going to change unless I see something different happen with the US dollar. If the US dollar here, and let's go back to the chart, okay, so that where there's no confusion here, because I see two scenarios playing out that could be each a different net effect. So let's say that we come up here. Oh, I already drew it up. Let's say we come up here and there is a king's crown scenario for the dollar. Let's say that this happens. Okay? Let's say that this comes down, moves up, and then down. You're gonna make crazy money in Bitcoin, right? Because this essentially, you could make the argument that this is the king's crown as well. So if you look at Bitcoin right now, the dollar is going down, Bitcoin is going up. Okay? If they suddenly bring the dollar back up and it wants to touch and go back down, you're gonna make a lot of money in the Bitcoins. To me, I do not see this playing out, you guys. I see this playing out because this is a gigantic W pattern. And you know what happens with the W patterns. And they're watching this too, this time cycle between November 4th, 2020, all the way to here. This cycle here is a very, very important cycle. You wouldn't think it is, but it definitely is. And this is what worries me, you guys. This big move here. So I'm going to keep you guys updated with my long-term forecast. I do compare other data that I work with in order to make sure that my signals to you guys are correct. Very sensitive time, you guys. There's nothing wrong with selling off 50% of your positions and then rebuying in the market, rebuying back in the market. You don't lose anything. You're not losing. You're gonna say, well, Chris, I bought the coins less and this and that. No, if you're trading, you want dollar value. You don't want the value of how many coins you're holding. Right? You want to be able to take profits. Okay, so if you say you sell Polkadot at 1625 now, okay, because that's the target I have for it. If you sell Polkadot at 1625 and you see that Bitcoin wants to stay above 42 and move up, you just buy Polkadot again. You didn't lose any money from this. Let's see here. See, technically I should be selling my Polkadot right now. Why? Because I don't see it going any higher. There's gonna be some resistance. Right here. So technically, the call is 1738. So that's the technical target. If DOT jumps past this and wants to settle up here, we're gonna go bullish. I don't see that happening. I do not see this move happening for you guys. So I'm going to update the group so that you guys are getting the proper forecast, and I still have yet to figure out the timing of the signals because you guys are all in different time zones, and we're gonna have to come to some type of arrangement regarding how is it that you guys are trading on the signals because of these bigger moves that you guys are not trading long term. You guys are wanting to long and short the market. That's fine. That's what I do all the time. But there are certain times where I will not trade simply because the market is there's rules and guidelines to which I follow in order to make sure. And if the criterion is not meeting those, if I don't see that all of my ducks are in a row, I will not make that trade. And I don't even think that I've shown you guys. The only trade that I've shown you guys so far in the 128 group was the $42,000 call. It went to 41,000 whatever. That's the call that I said. And it went to 42,800 or 400 or something like that. I have not shown you, unless I'm wrong, and if I'm showing you guys wrong signals or that you guys are not understanding my long-term calls. I think what it is that you guys are taking my 128 and you guys are longing and shorting the calls, and you guys are not and then you guys have 500 questions. Why did the market suddenly pump up? These are the reasons that the markets are doing these pumps, is because they don't want any structure in the market. They don't want any. This is a totally highly manipulated market. It's even, I would argue to say, just to understand that if you're buying the bottom here, okay, the bottom was 1030, and you're selling here, that is the best thing that you can do. Why? Because if the market wants to settle underneath and go back down, you have 50% of your position out. If the market wants to settle here and I say, okay guys, we're moving up again, you just buy back into your coins. You didn't lose any value by doing that, right? Because now you're gonna ride the market up. I hope that makes sense, you guys. And I'm positive that I'm gonna fix this going forwards, because again, there's way too much confusion in the Discord, and there's only, I think, 40 of us in the Discord, and there's gonna be eventually hundreds of people. Can you imagine hundreds of people asking, Chris, did we reach the top? Did we not? You know, this has to be structured properly. I'm gonna fix this moving forward. Okay, guys, this is just an updated video, and I'm going to also go live frequently now, because it is a very sensitive time in Bitcoin. I'm gonna be doing my lives on TikTok more frequently. And don't worry, you guys, please. These are not the moves you guys should be concerned about. These are such tiny, insignificant moves. There is a much bigger play gonna happen here, and you guys are gonna be much, much happier when that all works out, okay? So look forward to seeing you guys in